Hey everybody, this is Kody from Fishin, Merfolk podcast. We're about to go through a friendly league with this blue-green Swolfolk list here. I just kind of wanted to talk through the deck a little bit before we went on. But first, we've had a great weekend on Twitter. We got shouted out by Channel Fireball. Just lots of really cool stuff just happening, and so if you feel that you've gained something from learning from our podcast or from the videos that we're doing here, it'd be really great if you could spare us $1. That's it really helps smooth over costs for magic cards and microphones and all that server space. That's all that fun stuff. But anyway, let's get into this blue-green list here. So this is a list that's being affectionately called Swolfolk on the subreddit and the Facebook group, the Merfolk Splash to Victory group. Now I'm doing it slightly differently. I'm keeping the dismembers in. The Swolfolk list that's kind of going around has Spell Pierce instead of Dismember, but I'm running Dismember. We're running 2 1-drops. We're running Curse Catcher, which is good for it's a body late, and it's an eruption early. Excuse me. Then the other 1-drop is Kamena Speaker. It's green for a 1/1 Merfolk Shaman, and he gets +1/+1 as long as you control another Merfolk or an island. Generally, if we can turn 1 this guy, we're attacking on turn 2 for 3 generally. Now we're running the 4 Silvergill Adepts, nothing new there. Spreading Seas, Harbinger of the Tides, all pretty stock things here. We've got Lord of Atlantis, Master of the Pearl Trident, but this list is running 4 of Merfolk Mistbinder, so we're gonna see how that does here. Another Lord for the pile, and then we're topping off with Mirror Regery. We're not going any higher than that. This list runs 18 lands and 4 Aether Vials for mana. In our sideboard, we have 2 Dispel, which I prefer. This is my favorite Dispel art. I made sure to get the Return to Ravnica art. I think it's great. 2 Echoing Truth, really good against Lantern Control and any token strategies. We likely won't see any token strategies, but that's fine. And then a full play set of Negates. Then we're also running 3 Natural States, which are really great. Helps kill pretty much any pertinent artifacts or enchantments that are played in Modern anyway. And then 3 Relic of Progenitus, because it's good against Delver, it's good against Dredge, it's good against Storm. Basically anything that uses the graveyard at all, we're going to go ahead and knock out with Relic of Progenitus. So let's go ahead and jump into this league here. All right, let's find ourselves a match. Now, I've kind of played a few games with this list that were just kind of casual, and I've really liked it. I think that the Mistbinder, or Misty, most people have been calling her Misty, it really, I don't know, like that. I think that's just the amount of lords that you can bear and still have interactivity, because I mean, we have interactivity with Silvergill Adept, with Harbinger of the Tides, it bounces our opponent's tapped creatures, and with Mirror Regery. So we kind of have we still have plenty of interaction with those parts. So that's the thing, is we are playing a deck that is very interactive, and I think we can keep this. We have removal, we have Aether Vial, Curse Catcher. I think this is fine. We're gonna go ahead and keep this. And we're on the draw, so we kind of have some time to draw into things. Oh, Mishra's Bauble. Looks like Oh, yep, affinity. So this is actually a pretty hard matchup. Inquisition, probably going to take Aether Vial or Curse Catcher. Well, we have lots of sideboard cards for affinity, but let's fight this out and see what we can do. Yep, Aether Vial. Alright, so we're on the turn 1 Curse Catcher plan. Oh, never mind. Better to be lucky than good. So we'll just go ahead and play Aether Vial. Definitely don't mind that. Let's see what our opponent has. Underground River. Alright. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and tick up Aether Vial. Oh, he's going to bobble. Sure. Alright. Let's get Misty down, just because. With Merfolk Mistbinder, we can attack a little bit better, because with the Lord of Atlantis and Master of the Pearl Trident, because they give Island Walk, you kind of have to be careful. And if this is affinity, then they are doing terrible right now. We're going to go ahead and vial in Curse Catcher. Oh, they're Thirst for Knowledging now, so that way we can't counter it with Curse Catcher, because he knows we're putting in Curse Catcher. Fair. No, that was the best time to do that. And we are going to go ahead and take up Aether Vial. Spreading Seas. So we can hit their Glimmer Void, but I think we should save Spreading Seas right now, just because they have more pertinent lands. If this is affinity, then they've got more pertinent lands, so we can just kind of start swinging in with our other dudes here. So we're going to hit for 6. They cannot do anything unless maybe they have Path or Bolt or something. I don't know, because our creatures are not out of bolt range. It's important to know. It's very important to keep track of that. Man, if this is I don't know what this is. I think it's affinity, because I don't know anything that runs Glimmer Void that's not affinity, but maybe it's some weird blue-black. Oh, maybe it's like a Tezzerator list. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Looks like we're in a race here. Make your Mox Opal. Yep. Yep. So we're in a race. Oh, too bad we don't have the mana up. No, we're going to leave Aether Vial at 2. So he only has 1 artifact. Like, we can just dismember this artifact. Let's dismember this Mox Opal, and then we can vial in a Lord and just smack him. Or we can, well, we're not going to vial in a Lord, but we can still just like smack for a whole bunch. So we'll hit Tezzeret, and then we'll attack our opponent with the other 2. So we're still hitting for 6, which is a lot, and we're killing his Tezzeret. So he can't dig for things. Oh, and then he has to sack his Glimmer Void. Oh, snap. We're actually doing really good right now. I don't know what this list is. I guess, I don't know. Oh, there we go. We won. Alright, so we saw lots of artifacts. So it looks like we can bring in Natural State with little to no trouble. Now what to take out though? I mean, we can cut the Dismembers, I think. Natural State basically does the same thing. And I think we kind of want to be low to the ground, so we'll cut one. Oh, we'll cut one vial, I think. Yeah, we'll cut a vial. And run it back. That Dismember was pretty clutch. But it still is a enchantment or artifact that costs 3 or less, so Natural State does the same thing and it doesn't kill us. I don't think we can keep this. I mean, if we draw any land, then we're fine. But if we don't, then we're in a bad shape. So I think we're gonna mulligan. This is better. Keep. We'll leave him on top, sure. Underground River for our opponent. Go ahead and get our breeding pool, so that way we don't have to worry about a non-Cavernous Souls green source. There we go. Spire of Industry. Sword of the Meek. Oh, okay. So we just have to race. We're going to name Merfolk with our Cavernous Souls here. Let's drop a Lord. And we'll swing in for 3. Swing in for 3 turn 2 is not too shabby. Yep. There's the deck. He's gonna try and sack a bunch of artifacts, make a bunch of 1/1 flyers, gain a bunch of life, equip Sword of the Meek. Yeah. And he's probably gonna take Lord of Atlantis here. That's fine. We can just start silver going and drawing cards. Yep, there goes Lord of Atlantis. It's fine. It's fine. We're not in a bad spot here. Okay. So we are going to Silver Gill. We're going to reveal Silver Gill because he already knows it's there. Yep, and draw a card. Oh, nice. All right, and let's hit him for 5. Doesn't seem like a bad plan. Oh, there's another Sword of the Meek. And he has the 1-up, so he can sack. Oh, okay. So how do we get the most damage in here? So if we play the Lord, then we attack for 4, 5, 6, 7 for lethal. I think that's just it. I think that's what we do. Yeah, blue. I mean, so he can sacrifice one of the swords. To equip the or 1/1 creature you may return. Yeah, so he sacks the Sword of the Meek to make a Thopter, and then Sword of the Meek enters play attached to it, and that's a 2/3, which is fine. So he doesn't get good enough blocks, really. Probably should have just played Mirror Readery there, but yeah, so he's going to sack one of his swords to the Thopter Foundry, make a 1/1, gain a life, return Sword of the Meek to the Thopter, and block 1. And so he's going to take 7 and go to 3, which still isn't bad. Okay. So the bad part is now he has his loop, so he can make 4 a turn right now. So what we need to hit is we need to draw into Spreading Seas. So Silver Go will help us draw. Didn't get there. And we can just try and go as wide as we can. So he's at 3. He has to do the sack loop a few times here. So it's gonna return the sword, pay a sack the other sword, make a 1/1. He can do it 2 more times, yeah. Spreading Seas. Still good. I mean, we need as much mana as we can get. Another Lord coming in. So we're just going to go ahead and pass the turn because, oh, let's see here. He can make 4, so he'll have 5 blockers. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and pass the turn right now, and he's gonna do his little loop here. Oh no, he took damage. What is he doing? Oh, he's Word of Invention. He's in Snaring Bridge. That's not good. Now we need something entirely different. We need our natural state. Bad. That's fine. We can just keep sacrifice an artifact, add colorless. Okay, cool. So now he can make a buttload of dudes with Thopter Foundry. He has his combo. We didn't beat him. So basically the way this combo works is he has Thopter Foundry, where he pays 1, sacrifices a non-token artifact, Sword of the Meek, and you make a 1/1. So he sacks 1 Sword of the Meek to Clan Ironworks, makes 2. He then makes 2 Thopters, bringing back the Sword of the Meek. Yeah, I think we're just gonna call this one. Yeah, let's bring in some counter spells too, I think. I probably could have got it with the Curse Catcher. Actually, I wonder if Relic is good here. Maybe just cut the Curse Catchers for the relics. That way we can keep our opponent's graveyard, the sword out. This is fine. Our opponent mulliganed. Good sign. We're totally okay with that. Go ahead and mulligan. It's fine. Oh, he mulliganed at 5. Tapped the 5. We'll go ahead and play this tapped Breeding Pool and pass. We're on Lord.deck right now. Let's go ahead and close that. Mishra's Bauble. That'll draw him into something. Mox Opal. Glimmer Void. Oh man, another Lord. Let's do Merfolk. And let's start dropping Lords. Man, we just couldn't hit the Spreading Seas last game. That's really what would have done it for us. I also need to learn to use Curse Catcher better. I'm definitely, Curse Catcher's one of the things that I just forget the most. Interesting. Pentad Prism. We're going to cast Merfolk Mistbinder here. We'll go ahead and swing in for 3. And pass the turn back to our opponent. Now hopefully it just didn't like mulligan to a hand that had Ensnaring Bridge, because that would totally suck. Oh, Pithing Needle. What is he going to name? Probably Mutavault. Yep, there it is. It still taps for mana, so it's not completely useless. Just need our opponent to draw his card. There we go. Alright, another Harbinger of the Tides, so let's drop another Lord. Lord.deck. Just hit him for 8 casually. So basically, if he doesn't hit his Ensnaring Bridge this turn, we've got him. Like, yep, oh, there it is. Yeah, he just couldn't get to what he needed. So this is a really good example of a deck that we have answers to. You know, we have Natural State. And we have Island, like getting through with Island Walk. So like even if our opponent had an infinite number of those tokens, it wouldn't matter because we still have a turn off. We have the turn off before he's able to attack with them, because if he has to make them on his turn, obviously a good opponent would make them on our turn and then attack. However, we do have a lot of draw to get rid of the Ensnaring Bridge and the Thopter Foundry and all that fun stuff. So, well, I mean, we played pretty good, I think, and we also got a little lucky. And as I always say, it's better to be lucky than good. And all right, so we'll move on to game 2, and we'll see you there.